Hi, I'm Notyetdead and welcome back to Marwell Manor Farm. So I'm just heading on up here, this is a bit tricky, to field 15. If you watched the previous two episodes, 2 or 3 actually, I think it might have been, I've done this across. So lots going on. We've now got full fertilisation state on field 18. We've also weeded it, which was rather weird. If you noticed in the video, the weeds just sort of spread south. Maybe there was a sort of, you know, northerly breeze just blowing the weed seeds down the field, and you can see we've still got some on field 15 where I haven't sown, and yet it's not here on field 15 and there's no weeds appeared at all. It's a very strange system. Also made it a bit tricky, though luckily, despite the crop growing quite considerably, I still managed to weed out the soybean with the weeder. Technically I don't think I should have been able to, but anyway, so that was a bit odd, but hey, that's done. Also done a couple of contracts, field 3, field 1, field 2 and field 1, doing some spraying of herbicides to kill off their weeds too. Ooh, interesting. Fertilising on field 1. Borrow items reduces by 1,148. Well, let's get that ready. We can do that another time. It's just I don't like to miss them if they're there. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So yeah, so what we also did, sorry, I got distracted as usual. So field 15, I talked about this before. I'm just putting in animal food basically. So I've done a little bit. This strip here is corn, this strip here is sugar beet, and maybe the only time I'll do sugar beet, but we'll see. And then the rest of it I'm going to sow with the horse pronto. As you can see, I had to cultivate before I could use the planter, so there's just a little bit of it cultivated. I didn't quite fill all I'd used, but it's still, you know, if you look at that, that's going to be quite a lot of corn, a lot of sugar beet. Of course that bit will need ploughing as well after it's been harvested, so we'll just try and get this best we can. That up, so let's not do, oh, it is on oats. That is oats, right, let me just double check. Yep, that's oats, good. So let's switch that on, lower it down, and we'll get, so what we can do, we're going to do some more animal stuff today. So I've you know, spent the rest of the day, where are we now, it's 5+1, doing time lapse after we sorted the sheep out. So I just had another slot, bit of time in a quiet house. So I thought, yeah, we'll get this started because I do want to get this field finished. And then once I've done a strip in which sort of an area in which we can just leave a worker to it, then I'll leave the worker to it, and we'll go sort out the cows. So also the other things, what else have I done? So yeah, in the last episode we also moved the corn up to the pigs and gave the pigs some corn. Finally I've got eggs appearing from the chickens, so that's good. Actually we might do in this episode, we'll take the canola up as well. It's in the trailer ready, I just haven't taken it up there yet, so I might do that as well. Because what we'll have to do is go get the food mixer, we'll also have to go get the animal trailer to go buy the cows. So yeah, it's going to be busy again. Always busy on Marwell Manor, but always fun. Why is it that, so isn't that interesting? So the weeds have only appeared in places because they've only appeared where I've cultivated. So apparently weeds don't go where you plough, which makes a direct sower brilliant. But unfortunately I don't think, at least I don't seem to have one, there isn't a direct seeding planter. So for the corn and the sugar beet, I had to cultivate first. But bizarrely enough, that's when the weeds appeared. Not before, but after. Now then, where do we want to be? Roughly middling. So probably, actually, to the telegraph pole. So if I do the bit with the telegraph pole, then hopefully there'll only be one bit that the worker will miss because of a telegraph pole and not two. going to be a bit tricky trying to do this neatly around a telegraph pole, but we'll see how we do. But I could just have left the bit... Actually, yeah, that's the answer, isn't it? The bit with the telegraph pole is the bit that we won't seed, because I want a bit of a gap between, you know, I could always do a bulk amount of oats another time. I just need to make sure I've got enough for the horses for now, and at the same time I've got enough canola to feed the pigs, I've got enough sugar beet, and I've got enough corn to keep them going. I think I'll put canola in field 18 next anyway, so there'll be more of that, but what I take off this field will go into the silo at the pig farm, as opposed to going in the main silo here, which will then be cropped to sell. So once that soybeans harvested in field 18, we'll get that out, cultivate. Actually, I don't need to cultivate, I can just direct sow. Oh, cool. And we'll get canola in that field, and then that's a good crop to sell. And then, well, we'll see what we need to do next after that. It's quite light to buy another field, but for some money still, you know, it's not flooding in. It will do, I suppose. Hopefully I'll get a decent price for that field of soybean. That should net be a few $100,000. So yeah, we'll have to see how we do. But yeah, so we'll just create this area big enough for a worker to get on in, and then we'll leave him to it, and we'll go sort out the cows. So I don't know what people thought of the actually I've only put one out so far, and that was on Fellsborough. Of these the sort of shorter time-lapse videos, they do seem to work better for me in terms of just being how the speed I can get them ready, get them out. I hope people are enjoying them. Felt a little abrupt when I put the first one out. I watched it myself just to see how it was. Yeah, it did sort of feel a little abrupt that it's so short, but yeah, we'll see. Get used to it. Let me know what you think. There we go. Nice little box for our worker. Should keep him well contained. We'll keep an eye on him so he doesn't go somewhere he's not supposed to. Plenty of seed in here, so he should be alright. Yeah, it was quite funny in the last episode. I went and bought extra seed and fertiliser for the planter, and forgotten that I'd got some in the shed on the trailer. Whoops. Never mind. Let's get Mr. Worker going, make sure he's doing alright. He will miss that strip in the middle. I'll have to come back and do that around the telegraph pole, but that's all good. Hello, cat. Pardon the cat. Probably means she's about to wake up the other one. There's about to be a fight. Yep, told you. Sorry about that. Our old cat's still not getting used to the kittens. Anyway. So yeah, worker's doing fine. I'll leave him to it. I'll get out of his way. He's going to complain. There he goes. Right. Let's go get the massey. We'll take the canola over to the pigs, and then get on with the cows. So as you can see, soybeans doing well. Coming along nicely. So here's the massey. Already got the scoop on, so also we can clear out the chickens and the straw and the pigs while we're at it. Bought that in the last episode. Haven't been back up there since. Scoop off the ground, lift it up reasonably so it's not too low. And here we go. Yeah, so what's that in there? So that's 13,000 litres canola. So that's all the canola that was in the silo here. So we'll take that to the pigs. That'll be pig food. And I'll say that means that when we, you know, if I next do a field of canola, then that will go in the main silo, and the canola that I'm going to sow in field 15 here will all go up to the pigs for pig food. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Not sure what happened there. Or why I've got the indicator on. What on earth is going on? Right. So yeah. Still loving this map. It's an amazing map. So good. Trying to figure out what fields I'm going to buy next. Quite want to get some more fields. Field number one will be a good one because of where it is. I'm thinking about these two. They're small by this map standards, but they're not tiny. And of course it makes them that little bit more affordable. Might want another tractor. It will also enable me to get more stuff done. Oh, there's the Hardy, look. Crikey, look at that thing. That's cool. I did one contract with old Fellsborough. Oh, that'll be fun. Might do that later. may or may not be in this video. We'll see how we get on. So put the hazards on, coming onto the road. Rush hour. Right, there's one coming the other way, but he's a distance away. If I can nip out, no chance. It's very busy, this road. So I can't remember if I mentioned or not the if you've been on this map and you've been playing it and you've not yet looked up on Google Maps, I urge you to do so. The all of the buildings that you see are all in, at least from an above view, there's no street view equivalent, are all, oops, left the guard open, let's hope the chickens didn't escape, are all, or as they are on Google Maps. It's just astounding. It really is. Right, here we go. One box of eggs. I wonder if those get some chickens. Why is that not coming up to say? Oh, no, because it's not on the trailer. Right, so I didn't need too much. So let's look at the pigs. Oh, prices. Right, okay. So I need to remember to keep an eye on. Ooh, look, price of soybeans is going up. Fingers crossed that'll keep going up in time for harvest. Yeah, so I need to keep an eye on the price for wheat and the price for sunflowers, which is still going up. Once they top out, then we'll look at the animals. Once they top out, we'll take a look at that. Cleanliness is 100%, which is slightly unusual for pigs. I suppose I only got one. His productivity dropped. It was 60%. It's now 59%. What's he missing? Oh, have I not given in some barley yet? Oh, we can fix that right now, so that's fine. Okay, so we'll put this in. Swing round. I can if I do this. Yeah, there's not a lot of room in this yard. Think about getting a smaller receptacle for feeding the pigs, doing the pig feed and the chicken feed, just for manoeuvring around this yard. Ideally, of course, you need something like the Joskin 3-point tipper, but of course we don't have that yet, or anything quite like it. So the only alternative would be to buy one of the small, either the Stroutman trailers or the Fliegl equivalent, wasn't it? The Kenhouse mod, which is also really good. Why is it? Okay, it's weird. The trigger is right in the middle, actually right in the middle of this before it will come up. But that's cool. So of course, because once we've done the cows, the next thing will be to do is the pigs and get a couple more horses. Oh. Right, so 20,000 litres of barley in here. We will not need anywhere near that much rather. Let's see if I can clean up that straw. It's going to be a bit tricky because some of it's actually inside the pen, which is a bit annoying. But never mind. There we go. Should just be able to, whoops, sorry, without taking out the shed. There's probably here. I don't really want to do it first, do I? So what we'll do is we'll clean this up. It's not low enough. Beg your pardon. Still not picking it up. Why is that? Do you suppose? Okay, that's better. Oh, that's crushed chicken. Sorry. Do chickens need some more? Not significantly. But we're here. Just crush a few more chickens. May as well. Not crush the chickens, I mean may as well. Yeah, I may as well crush a few more chickens now. Well, not crush the chickens, that's not the point. Well, if I'm... Oh, this is quite tricky. If I can move it round enough, it would have been easy to put the menu on. Remember which button it is to change the tip side and just change the tip. Oh, that'll do. Don't need to be that close now, apparently. Didn't take much anyway. Okay. Put the rest back in the silo. What I'll do then, so we'll run back down to the store. It makes sense to get the animals first, so we'll take the animal trailer. Probably do a couple of trips of cows because I don't even get that many. And then we'll come back to the store, get the feeding one. I don't think, yeah, no, there's no way I can take both. Get the feed mixer and go and sort the cows out. I'm not like to, so am I likely to be back up here anytime soon? Probably not, so it would make sense to properly close the gate this time. I did sort of leave it open thinking, well, I'll be coming back with the canola, and I did. Admittedly, it was an episode ago now, but yeah, in terms of farm time, it wasn't that long ago. Got a break in the traffic, that's quite lucky. I know I'm looking that way, it's not like they're going to overtake. Right. So yeah, let's go back to the store, drop this off somewhere convenient. Might just drop it off here in this, on the edge of this verge. And then I just spin the tractor around reasonably easily. He says, I can completely misjudge the space. No, got it just right. Very carefully pull the animal trailer out past the Rubicon. That thing's awesome. You know you've made it when you've got your own one of those, your own ideal, and a couple of big tractors. Then you're doing well, and I'm nowhere near that, I'm sad to say. But it'll be fun getting there. And I'm not necessarily saying I'll do it on this map. This map's not that big. I don't think I really need that. I don't think it's essential to it and all those big things. If I get far enough in a stance in the patch, it will be. I mean, in theory, I could just cheat and I could buy them in a stance in the patch now. But there's the fun in that. You've got to earn this stuff. It's all about achieving it. Righto, well, I'll see you in a moment when we have some cows. So, I thought I'd show this actually because there was one thing I noticed from the sheep is that depending on, unlike the chickens, oh mind you, actually I don't know, maybe the same. So the reproduction rate depends. Apparently sheep don't crossbreed, so your black and white sheep will reproduce at a rate commensurate to how many black and white sheep you've got. Because I've only got 2 white sheep and 4 black and white sheep, the white sheep reproduction rate is half the speed, which I find a little bit odd. I'm not sure sheep are that fussy, but it does mean that, assuming the same will apply to all the others, that I don't want to get a complete mix of different cows because all their reproduction rates will be slower, though I suppose overall, I don't know. If you did the maths, maybe it works. Anyway, oh no, sorry, wrong button, this one here. So, I think we'll get, I think the first thing we'll do actually is check how many animals, this is leased, isn't it? Oh no, this one I bought, okay. How many cows can we get him? 6. How much were they? So that's 15,000. I reckon we'll get 6 of each then. So we'll get 6 of these. And we've already got 1 white one, so we'll get 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Confirming. Hello, cowsies. Excellent. And then I'll come back and I'll get 5. I could get 6, but then I've got 13, and that's just bad news, isn't it? So, yeah. I won't show you both trips back and forth, that'd be rather dull. So I'll take these back to the farm, and then I'll come back and I'll get 5 more black and white, so I've got 6 of each. And then we can start getting them sorted with food. Clear right, clear left, and away. See you in a minute or 2. Right, so here we are with load number 2. So we'll just get these into the shed. And may as well find somewhere to park the trailer. And I've started thinking about where I'm going to put my vehicles, because we're building up quite a selection of stuff. There we go. Switch the engine off a minute. Oh, that's good then. Excellent. I hadn't realised that opened outwards. That's slightly annoying, isn't it? Oh well, it is what it is. Just reposition. Pardon to the holiday makers whose driver I'm putting on, they're not in at the moment, so it doesn't matter. Actually out for the day, sightseeing, perhaps they've gone to the zoo or something. That's still not really right, is it? Because I'm still going to hit that gate. There we go. Right. Sorted. See, the brown one's already in there. So, as I said, 5 black and whites. Confirm. So now, 6 of each, 12 in total. And all of a sudden, they desperately need straw. They already needed water. So that's fine. So they got on with that, which means next thing will be we'll go pick up the food mixer. Just close the gate. Can you actually do it from here now? That's unfortunate. So slightly unrealistically, you have to be right next to the trigger, next to the post, but never mind. Yeah, so I'll figure out what I'm going to do with all my vehicles. I was thinking actually I might put a new shed in. I was specifically going to keep it for the grass equipment, but actually things that I don't use too often, like the animal trailer, though I will need it relatively soon, because of course at some point in the not too distant future I'll go get some more pigs, but once I've done that I won't have major need for this for a while, so I'll put this here for now. And drop it off, and then we'll drive up. We'll go get the mixing wagon, and then we can sort out food and straw and stuff for the cows. I just checked. I kept forgetting to check whether or not they specifically needed grass as well as hay, and they do. So I'll need to cut some grass because I don't actually have any. Oh, and actually, while I remember, yeah. So while we're here. Mr. Worker, whereas I did exactly what I did when I was using the planter, right? So I went up one side, came all the way back down the space that I wanted seeded, did the other side and left the worker to fill in the spaces. Having done the same on this field, maybe because of the position of the telegraph pole, Mr. Worker decided that he would do the rest of the field. So we now have all of this as barley. It's hardly the end of the world, it's a little bit irritating, but and he's finished, which, I mean, he's still left all these gaps. But I better get this finished off. I don't want it growing at different rates. Not that's likely. but you know, at the same time, yeah, it's not the end of the world. I've got canola for the pigs already, and like I say, I was going to put canola in field 18 next, so it's fine. It certainly means I'll have barley for the horses for a bit longer, which is actually fine, because I wanted to get some more horses, so, and we'll get a bit extra straw, so it's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. Maybe by then I'll have enough money I can buy a square baler. That'd be quite cool. Start doing square bales. Anyway, I'll get this done. You don't want to sit and watch this sort of time-lapse thing. There's no point in me doing this when I'm doing a talkie. So I'll get this done, and I'll catch up with you a little bit later, and we'll sort out the cows. And I'll see you then. Right, so that's field 18 now completely sown. I need to service the drill, the tractor, give them both a clean, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, at least from the sowing perspective, field 18 is finished. It'll just need an extra fertilisation at some stage, which will probably prompt me to go and buy the coon. So yeah, one of the videos I did, one of the contracts happened to have the coon trailed sprayer that I was thinking of getting, so actually logically I'll use 2 tractors for this, won't I? Thinking about it, doesn't matter. Yeah, so I got lucky. Contract came up with the coon trailed sprayer that I was thinking about replacing the Rubicon. Is it Rubicon? No, a Hardy. It's a Hardy, the one I've got, isn't it? So yeah, I tried it out. I'd get it, if I got it, I'd get it with the front tank as well. And actually, I thought it seemed to do. I don't know what it is about the Hardy trail one. It just seemed to just jump around all of its own accord, which made reversing it, getting it accurate, especially with such a long boom width, really quite tricky. So yeah, I might go for the coon instead. I haven't really used. I know the coon was on 17, but I actually never used it on 17. So yeah, I was quite excited about getting the Hardy one, but. Sorry. Yeah, the Hardy one. Yeah. But no. Right. So, cowsies. Let's see. Yeah. So I need to get them water. They need some more straw, but that needs to be loose straw. So I've got loose straw. What I might do is cheat a little bit. I think there might even still be some left in the loading wagon, but even if not, I'll probably use the loading wagon to pick some up from in the barn and bring that over, because if that's 871 litres, that means it looks like they need at least 6,000 or 7,000 litres. It's quite a lot. I suppose it's only a couple of bales, but I took loose straw because I don't have a bale shredder yet. So total mixed ration, hay silage and grass. So I believe, if I remember correctly, the capacity, and I leased this tonight, the capacity is just under 12,000 litres, yeah. So on the assumption that that will be a good mix, it's basically a bale of silage, a bale of hay, and a bale of straw. So let's try that. And see how we go. The real weight on the tractor coming up, to be alright. This is fun. I haven't used this coon mixing wagon before, and of course it's a long time since I've done any mixing at all. Would have been South Mountain Creamery would have been the last time I did food mixing, because I haven't had cows yet. Do you like that mixer actually? I know it's quite a small one. Hopefully it'll do for now. I just thought it'd be fun to try it. Something new, something different. Got that odd silage bale on the floor, so I'll take that next. Bit fingers and thumbs today. And yeah, so yeah, luckily now all the fields are done. And once the cows and the pigs are sorted, then actually the next thing to do was I was going to do some more silage baling, just because I've still got... Wow, it's amazing how that thing's self-powered. Just because I've still got, you know, sort of half of that grass field to do. Field is at 19. So I thought it'd be a better way to generate some money, so I'm going to do some more silage bales and sell them this time off air. And actually that means also what I'll do is I'll keep a little bit of that as grass. So I'll do, you know, a load, if that actually, probably actually load. I could do. I've leased the loading wagon. I'm going to keep it for now. The daily charge is something like 200 and something odd pounds. It's what am I doing? I don't want another silage bale. Yeah, it's 200 and something odd pounds a day. So it made so much more sense just to lease it, and I'll keep it for a little while until I start doing square bales, big style, and get a. I missed totally. Wow. Depth perception or not. So yeah, so what I might do is just do one load, and then I can just leave the grass in there, and that'll do. I did see that new hayloft mod come out the other day, but it's disappeared off the mod hub. Not that I could have afforded it yet, but I'd quite like that on this map. I think it'll look really good on here. So that should be full. Turn the lights off. And that will be... Now what I don't know is where it goes. Do we have to... Do we come down this one maybe? Or do I tip it from here? Let's see. I'm assuming we might do it from here, so let's try that. Can't quite... Oh, can't seem to open the gate. That's a bit odd. I've had this problem before with this gate. That's weird. Okay. Now that's a bit strange. So a second ago it was starting to open that one, but it won't open this one. That's very odd. Yeah. Okay. What about this one? Well, let's try that one then. I'm not sure why that one's not opening all of a sudden. Let's try. Which side do we unload? Of course it's that side. It would be. And hopefully, if I reverse in this way... I'm assuming this is where their feed goes. I absolutely haven't looked. Must be. I wonder if there's a separate one for grass, like there was in 17. I must have seen other people doing this on 19 already, but I just don't remember. And of course that's been map dependent as well. I suppose needs be, I could always drive. I don't know why that gate's not working. Needs be, I could always drive through all the way. Yep, that's not coming up, is it? I mean, some of these triggers are they're a bit sensitive, so maybe... Yeah, really not. No, I'm not getting anything. This is all a bit strange. Okay, so I can get through that way, so I could... That gate will open. Will this gate open now? Well, isn't that funny? Okay, fine. Alrighty then. Just drive through there, spin it round. There we go, forage. Ooh, but not here. Oh, it will, okay, fine. Strange that there's no... Is it working? Oh, no. No. Yep. Oh, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? Yep, it's going. Wow. That's not going to make much of a dent, is it? Goodness me. Okay. Why is that? Oh, because it's doing the usual. So I've got to do hay and silage first. Oh, fine. Well, in that case, can I use this as a straw blower? Yeah, look at that. Fine. Have it your own way. Oh, I was going to say it's slightly won't. There's no animation, but actually there is. That's quite cool. I like that. Right. So we'll do straw and silage. Or I'll do the hay and silage first then. Fine. I do like it though. It's a nice little... I mean, it's a bit small, even for only 12 cows. Only got 12 cows. Right, so I need to do hay silage. I need to do water. I may as well do the water while I'm here. Where's the thing? There it is. Yeah, it always was like that. It would separate out. It would add hay and silage as you were adding total mixed ration. I've never seen it do that though before, where it just separates it completely. But maybe I've always done hay silage first and then done the TMR, and maybe that's why. So we'll do it that way. Delighted to see, as well as eggs, we've now got wool appearing from the sheep, so that's quite nice. That's empty, so I need to refill it. And I think that's this one. May as well do it while we're here. Now it's done completely. How much more did they need? About the same again. Can't believe how much our cows actually need. Right, so water's done. So just let's have a look. Where were we? I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do all of the hay and silage. Now then, can I particularly quite quickly? I wonder if I can do this. This will be fun. Even if I drop one on, these come back for it later, and it really doesn't make any difference at all. Ooh. Oh, carefully, no sudden movements. Try not to catch the wall, that was well done, not. Nice and steady. Probably best not to hit the feeding wagon. It's a wagon, you know what I mean. Oh, skills. Very nice. Can't believe I managed to do that. Genius. Okay. Of course I can't get rid of these two, which is an easy way to do this, isn't it? Ooh, they climb back up. That's quite clever. Right. How's it looking now? If I remember what the number was a minute ago, I'd know. 19,000. Good grief. So, hay silage effectiveness 75%, grass effectiveness 25%, total mixed ration effectiveness 100%. The implication being you don't need to do total mixed ration. But if you do total mixed ration, you have to do hay and silage as well, because, as we found out, if you do total mixed ration on its own, it just converts into hay and silage. Doesn't really make sense. Oh well, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do all this. I'll do some off screen. We'll just give them a couple more silage bales. They'll be done. And then we'll get some loose straw. If I'm lucky, there'll be some left in the loading wagon. I don't remember. I'll have to have a look. I've got to put a real weight on doing the tree. Slightly small tractor for lifting. 8,000 litres hay and straw. Mind you, it seems to manage. I mean, it did 12,000 of hay a minute ago, and it was alright. Don't keep it too high for too long. There we go. In the right. Oh, lost one. Oh well. There we go. I'm going to go and get that. I'll lose one. Sorry. I have to. Otherwise the OCD take hold. Okay. There we go. Nice. Yeah, so I'll cut some grass. So I'm wondering whether actually, I suppose the amount they've got should last them a few days. So I think I might still. I'll use some of the rest of the grass field, the meadow for grass for the cows. Probably just use the loading wagon actually. And then how's that? Productivity 80%, much better. So it's about half. Goodness, so they need about 60,000 litres. So that's 15 bales. Okay. Wow. Only 12 cows. Is it really that higher than it was on 17? I can't remember. It's been so long. I mean, I haven't done animals since Southampton Creamery, so. Or cows, anyway. Now, did I perchance leave a little bit of straw in this here loading wagon? Oh, I did. That's lucky. How fortuitous. So that's quite cool. So I'll empty this, because actually what I'll probably do is I'll probably get some hay. I'll get some loose hay. Because actually capacity, this is what, 24,000 litres. So actually, if I did hay when I cut that field and I did just enough, I'm not sure how I'm going to figure that out, but if I did just enough to fill this, put it bale what's left, then actually, unload symbols not coming up, that's a bit odd. Oh, there we go. Then actually that will be most of the hay that I need, hay silage that I need left, and then I can go on to doing mixing, to doing TMR. I'll leave that there. Come out. That'll do. Right. So that's the cows reasonably. So I just need to sort out some grass, but I'll say I'll cut that meadow later on. They're 80% productivity, that's not bad. They've started producing milk manure and slurry, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Great. How's Nemo? Looking good. It's weird that it doesn't refresh, it's really odd. Fine, sheep are doing okay, started to produce some wool. So that's quite nice. They need a clean up at some point. I'll switch over to the bucket, go and clean them out. And I'll clean out that tiny little bit of manure from the cows as well while I do that. And the pig is doing fine. There's only one who needs a sugar beet, but I'll get some more. I won't get too many though, I think, for now. I will get some more. Right, okay. Well, I think we're nearly at the end of the episode, really, but I think what we could do, next job on my list, will be to do that contract, that fertilising contract. So what we could do, I'll leave that there. I'll nip up to the store, and actually, on the way, because I've got some spray sitting in my Hardy Navigator, which I could have used to do that contract and save myself, you know, maybe a little bit more money off it, but it's quite fun to use the big Hardy, I forget what it's called, it's gone out of my head, self-propelled sprayer. So we'll take this because, yeah, I did find it really weird when I used it on field 18. It just sort of, every now and again, it would just, has it got a funny, yeah, so it's got a hinged, so the connector to the tractor is hinged, but I found that every now and again it just sort of jumps. It doesn't seem to be a natural sort of flow, so it would just occasionally just sort of jump rather unexpectedly, which when you're trying to line it up and get your spray right was a little bit annoying. Delta force. But yeah, so excited that I was to use it. I think I'm going to sell it. And actually, so it's part of those, I did say I'd done picked a contract specifically because it had the Tomb trailed sprayer. So I'm going to buy that, and with a front tank as well. I think they've got the same spray width, and with the Tomb you can get a front tank. And between the two of them, it actually gives you, not quite, but almost the same volume as this one. So you know what it will do. So we'll take this up, sell this, but empty it, sell it. That should give us enough spray to do that contract with the Hardy, the self-propelled. And then just there we go, one button. So R1 trials, we've got L1 trials to get. Hopefully if I just sneak that in there like that. Repair it, how much? Okay, fine. Ooh, well worth it. So, okay. Right. Well, while we're here then, better done. Not on a, yeah, the Metris, that was it. Oh, slightly cheaper, takes up a few slots. Yeah, so it's same spray width with the PF 1500, which is designed to go with the Deltas, but I'm pretty sure it works with the Metris as well. It's roughly the same capacity. I know this was on 17, but I actually never used it on 17. I did, however, use the PF 1500 and the Deltas, but I never used the Trail on the Metris, so that'd be kind of fun. So I'll leave those there. Right, let's take this. The Rubicon, that was it. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, so field 1, I think, what was left, I think is plenty. We didn't use, I mean, I did the herbicide contract, weekly contract on it. That didn't take too much weed killer, so I think this should be enough. So I'll go and get this started. I'm not gonna, you know, you don't need to watch it, so you know I won't show a thing at the end. How much is it worth? 11,337 minus whatever. I think it was about 1,100, 1,200, so I'll get about 10 grand off this, which is all good. Money's creeping back up again. Oh, how are those crop prices doing as well? Still going up. So we've got 15,000 litres of wheat for 1,200 approaching, and 15,000 litres of sunflower for nearly 2,000 now, so good. A little bit of crops too. So that's about 45, 50 grand. Nice. Actually, plus the 10 grand we'll get to this, I'll take us back over 100 grand. Nice. That's not bad at all. So yeah, so I'll whiz up to field 1, and I think we're nearly at the end of the episode. I'll say off screen, I will, so I'll get this done. I'll start it and then I'll finish it off screen for the next episode. I will also sort out the cows with what they need, but I think next time that will probably be doing the grass. I might get a few more pigs as well, and then I'll start sorting out the grass on the field. I have to keep reminding myself. 19. We'll do the rest of that, and I'll do a mix of, probably a bit of a mix of hay, grass for the cows, and some silage bales, and I'll probably sell whatever silage bales I make, and it'll just make a little bit of extra money. Let's look at the price actually. I don't know what the price is like of the biogas plant, but I understand the biogas plant's actually quite cheap. So that could be an option. Might get more money for the silage bales at the biogas plant than I do at the barn. So I'll have a look at that. We shall see. Goodness, this thing's got some heck of a boom. Feels a little bit big for this map, but it's always worth having a go. Is it working? It's right? Yeah, it's going to sound up. Yeah, it's just such a fun piece of machinery. And actually, I mean, it's not a particularly big field, but actually, you know, it's going to take a few goes back and forth even with this. Mind you, I'm a very long way off being able to afford something like this, but wow, the size of it is just amazing. How cool. Anyway, so yeah, I'll get this finished off. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please feel free to do so. And yeah, drop us a comment. Any thoughts, suggestions, ideas, feedback, like not bending the boom on your leased sprayer, your borrowed sprayer. Yeah, any thoughts or suggestions, drop us a comment, and otherwise I shall welcome you back to Marwell Manor Farm very soon. Bye bye for now.